Welcome to Off the Shelf with Christine and Katie. Recently we've shared with you our most anticipated books coming out this year, and we couldn't resist letting you know about some other things we can't wait to come out.
We're big film buffs, we love it, we can't wait.
So these are the movies and TV series that are based on books that are due out in 2024.
Can't wait.
Yes. Plenty of time to read those books if you haven't already, and then decide which one you thought was better. It's usually the book.
Yeah.
We always love seeing these adaptations and hope you do too. But for now, we're going to get started with some of these shows.
All right, you ready to start us off?
Absolutely. So first off, we have Fool Me Once by Harlan Coben. Coming out in January, this is going to be on Netflix. Maya grapples with the brutal murder of her husband, Joe, but then is shocked to see him in the house on the nanny cam.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Then Detective Sammy Kearse leads the investigation, contending with his own secrets. As these characters embark on a thrilling quest, secrets are revealed and lives are forever changed. This is Coben's 8th on-screen adaptation from his books. Can't wait. Master writer, master storyteller.
Wild. And the next one has a really interesting backstory. It's Argyle by Ellie Conway. And this is a debut author who got an Apple TV Plus show. But it's coming out, the book comes out in January, and the movie then comes out on Apple TV in February. Fastest we've ever seen one get a book-to-movie adaptation. And the book isn't even out yet. But the cast includes Henry Cavill, Bryce Dallas Howard, Samuel L. Jackson, and John Cena, just to name a few. Definitely coming out of the gate swinging there, Ellie.
From what I understand, Apple read the script for the book before it was even published and said, we want to make this into a movie.
Yes.
Publication got pushed off, but the movie went on ahead, so that's great.
Hey, yeah. I can't wait.
Next, we have Force of Nature, The Dry 2 by Jane Harper, and this is coming out in February in theaters. This is 5 women embark on an executive retreat into a remote wilderness, but the return trip sees only 4 of them return. Detective Aaron Falk takes on the investigation, delving into the secrets concealed in the mountains and navigating a complex web of friendships, suspicion, and betrayal within the group. Nice thriller for the wintertime.
Hey, they're going to start it. And next coming out in the theaters in February, it's It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. And this is one of the most anticipated books to movie in 2024. It Ends With Us was so popular, we could barely keep Colleen Hoover on our shelves for over a year. Yep, but It Ends With Us is about a seamy love story that shifts to a tale of domestic violence that has taken TikTok by storm for the last few years, as well as our bookshelves.
Yes.
This story focused on Lily and Ryle's up and down relationship and what happens when her first love, Atlas, reappears in her life.
Let's see how this movie turns out.
And the next one is one I'm really looking forward to, and it's based on someone you might know.
This is called Lisa Frankenstein, also out in February in theaters. Probably already know the story. Victor Frankenstein conducts a series of unorthodox experiments to create life and ends up creating a creature 8 feet tall.
As you do.
Yes. Then he's horrified by his creation. Frankenstein then spends the rest of his life haunted and trying to destroy the thing he has made. But this one is with a mix of comedy and horror. A new film adaptation of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein details a teenage girl who reanimates a handsome Victorian corpse and rebuilds him into her dream guy, as one would do if you can't get a date on a Friday night.
Well, it's modern day. We have to have modern solutions. I'm looking forward to this show. The trailer looks hilarious. I want to go, so see you in the theaters. And another one, speaking of, that I'm really looking forward to, I loved part 1, and this is Dune by Frank Herbert. Part 2 is coming out in March in the theaters. But hey, Paul Atreides is back. He joins the Freemen and begins a spiritual and martial journey to become Mudab, while trying to prevent the terrible future he's witnessed. A holy war in his name, spreading throughout the known universe. This was an unexpected hit when it came out in part 1, and I'm really looking forward to part 2.
Me too. Next up, we have Mickey 7 by Edward Ashton. That's coming out in March in theaters. Mickey 7 is an expendable, a disposable human sent to perform jobs that are too dangerous for normal humans. On the ice planet Niflheim, Mickey 7 is prematurely replaced by his clone and must hide his existence. As the native creatures grow curious about human settlers, Mickey 7 is the only one who can bridge the gap between cultures, if he can just stay alive. So a little sci-fi for people out there.
Speaking of a lot of sci-fi, apparently. So speaking of more sci-fi, the next one that is coming out is The Three-Body Problem by Lou Simpson. It is coming out in March on Netflix. It is about a woman attempts to aid an alien invasion as revenge for the death of her father. And we don't know much more than that. But sounds interesting.
That's about all they're letting us know right now. Then we also have The Watchers by A.M. Shine. This is a movie coming out in theaters in June. Mina, a 28-year-old artist, gets stranded in an extensive immaculate forest in Western Ireland.
I wish I could be in a immaculate forest in Western Ireland.
Sounds nice. But after finding shelter, she becomes trapped alongside 3 strangers, stalked by mysterious creatures each night.
It's not so much fun anymore.
It's a little summer horror thriller there for you, because who doesn't love a good scare in the summer?
Pretty much. And going into another direction, the beloved Harold and the Purple Crayon is coming out in August in theaters, and we are so excited. And obviously this is based on the beloved children's picture about Harold, who creates a magical world with his purple crayon, as you might have guessed, and is getting a live-action book-to-movie adaptation in August. Details are slim on how closely the movie will follow the original book, but we know the movie is starring Zachary Levi, who I love, Zooey Deschanel, Lil Ray Howery, and Ravi Patel. I'm so psyched.
Sounds good.
And another one that I've looked forward to for years based on the play, but I know the book came first, as it always does. It's Wicked by Gregory Maguire, and this coming out in November theaters. This is a part 1, and for those who know, this is the great play that's based on, the
whole series. Yeah, he has a whole series, Wicked.
Yes, that's really great. But this story in particular delves into the complex life of Elphaba, the Wicked Witch, exploring her early years, friendships, and struggles with acceptance and identity at Schitt's University. This is the first of a 2-part film adaptation of the Broadway musical. Like I said before, I'm still looking forward to this. I can't wait.
Yeah, and I would say if you've liked the musical and you're looking forward to the movie, grab the book, because you really get a different take on the Wicked Witch of the West.
It's nice. It's similar to those retellings Christine loves so much. Speaking of something that Christine loves.
So the next movie we have coming out is based on the Lord of the Rings, the Twin Towers book. This is the second book in that series by J.R.R. Tolkien. It's tentatively scheduled for December in theaters. The second book, Lord of the Rings series, introduces the Kingdom of Rohan, a land of horsemen famed for its unstoppable cavalry. The Rohirrim, hopefully I said that correctly, set 183 years before the events depicted in the original film trilogy. This movie, called The War of Rohirrim, will tell the tale of a legendary king of Rohan who must defend his lands from the Dunlendings. Never said his words were easy to pronounce.
No.
This animated film was postponed from 2023 and an earlier release in 2024. But it looks like we finally got a date for December, and I'm so excited.
Let's hope so.
Yes. But those are some things that are coming out this year. In case you missed them, we wanted to just mention a few book adaptations that came out in the end of 2023. We had The Color Purple, the musical adaptation that came out in December in theaters. The Percy Jackson and the Olympians series, that's out in December on Disney+. Then All the Light We Cannot See, that came out in November on Netflix.
Okay, and then I know for everyone that loved this, I still have yet to see it, but I'm looking forward to it, is Killers of the Flower Moon, that came out in November in theaters and on Apple TV. And my favorite that I've been looking forward to all year was The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. It came out in November in theaters. And Black Cake came out in November on Hulu. And the season 2 of Invincible came out on Amazon Prime in November. And then I know the beloved Lessons in Chemistry came out in October on Apple TV.
So it looks like we have a lot of good viewing both this year and the end of last year if you missed them.
Yes, and since we're in the cold winter months, settle in, grab a blanket,
and
start watching.
Some binge watching. See you next time. Take care.